Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to write our first Selenium script using Java. This is for somebody who hasn't written any Selenium code before. So since this is the first time we are creating a Selenium script, we will require to do few setups. Here are the four pre-requirement before writing the script. We need to download the uh, Java 8 JDK if you don't have Java installed on your machine already. Next, we will need a Selenium jar. There are two ways to write the Selenium test. One is using like a direct Selenium jar by downloading from the Selenium website. Another way is to using build plans like Maven, Gradle, or anything out there. For this tutorial, we'll be downloading the Selenium jar directly from the website. We will be using Chrome browser, so we will be downloading a Chrome driver. And then any IDE. For this tutorial, I'm using Eclipse IDE. First, let's try to download the Java 8 JDK. You can just search for Java 8 JDK on a Chrome browser, on any browser. You can navigate to this one, and then you will see, since I'm using a Mac, look for whatever machine you're using. I'm going to download for Mac OS. Now, once you download, it can ask you to agree to certain things, and it'll ask you to log into Oracle, use your username and password, or create one if you don't have one already, and then you will start downloading. And once downloaded, just double click it and follow the steps in the install process. It should be pretty straightforward. Um, and once done, just close it. uh, you know, you can move it to trash or you can keep it, it's up to you. Now let's see if the Java has been installed already or not. Open your terminal and type java dash version, and you will see that 18301 has been installed on your machine. That's what we downloaded. Now let's go to Selenium Jar. Let's go download Selenium Jar basically, and you can just say Selenium Jar download, and then it should take you to there. And this is the official Selenium website. So you can look for previous version. Right now, I mean, you just need a standalone jar. So you don't need to download the entire thing. For this, I'm using Selenium 3 for this tutorial. So look for the latest Selenium 3 version. I am going to use 3.14159, and you see there's a Selenium standalone. So that's what we need. This is just enough for us. Started downloading. Now that's our downloaded jar. You can put this in download, or you can put it to wherever you want to put it in a machine. I want it to be in a different location, so I am going to create a folder to store all these jars so that all these things are in place. I'm going to create a folder called jars and add that jar into here, so that in future if you have more jars we can use it. Now let's get back to the setup. Now we need to download the Chrome driver. Since we are going to use the Chrome browser, we need to download the Chrome driver for Selenium. So just look for download Chrome driver, and um, you should be able to see. Yeah, this is Chrome driver. Chromium provides this, and you need to check which version of Chrome you are using. Let's check which version of Chrome we are using. um, we are using 96.0, and we see that the second one is the one that we need to download. Just click on it. I'm using Mac, so Mac 64 download would be good for me. If you are using Windows, just download the Windows one, and it's downloading right now. As you can see here, unzip this guy, and then same way we're gonna put this in a separate folder. Now let's download the IDE Eclipse. For me, I already have Eclipse downloaded in my machine, but it's pretty straightforward. You can just say download Eclipse IDE, and that should take you to the Eclipse page where you can download the Eclipse for your machine. That should be straightforward. Let's go to our Eclipse IDE. Once you open, you get to this pop-up where it's saying what you want to use your workspace. You can use the default given there, or you can set up a workspace yourself. This is the welcome page that you're gonna get once Eclipse opens the first time. You can cross it out. It has a lot of information there. If you need, you can read through. Now, once we are here, the first thing we want to do is make sure that our JDK that we just downloaded is what is being used in Eclipse. So you can go Eclipse set preference, and then under there you will see install JRE. You saw there was 1.6 used, so navigate to the um, place where you downloaded your JDK. So we have in under this folder Java JDK 18301. Click the home, and you see all these JREs are there. Now set the default to your home, the new one. You can even delete the existing 16 one, but you see there's a complaint that's saying JRE does not support the compiler to 16. So change the compiler. Yeah, just apply. Change the compiler to say 1.8, because that's what the JDK that we are using. All right, and then install. You see you have the home as a default. Apply and close. Now you are using the JRE, that JDK that you just downloaded. Okay, now time to create a project, right? There are two ways. You can see there's a create project on the left panel right there, or yeah, right there, or you can go through file, new project. Okay, and this time we are just using a plain simple project. We're going to use a Java project. If you are using a Maven build, you could use Maven project. For now, let's name our project Selenium demo. Okay, and um, as you can see, Selenium demo. Um, our environment is 1.8. Just create. Yeah, open the perspective. This allows you to basically see all the projects that you have created in the Eclipse. Voila, you have your Selenium project you just created there. It has all the JRE stuff. It's straight, it's plain simple, nothing there. You see the source. Now what we need to do is we need to add the Selenium standalone jar that we had. So you go to the build path, and then in here you have a libraries, and go to libraries, click add external jar. Oops, not the add jars. Yeah, sorry. Add external jar, and that will take you to the. You can navigate where you have your jar stored, and I have stored inside this jars. Yeah, just click that and open. Now you have the jar. Say apply and close. Now you can see there's a referenced library where you'll see your Selenium standalone jar there. Now time to create our first Java class, right? Inside source, create a package. I always prefer going through the package and then the class. Packages are named all lowercase, so I'm going to use com/selenium dot demo. You can even do uppercase, but it is not the standard, so try not to use uppercase, use all lowercase. And now you have a package. Inside the package, let's create a class. Let's call it hello world, and as you can see there is it gives us a way to have a main method already predefined. So yeah, let's check that box, and you have the main method. Okay, so we have our Java class created here. Now the first thing we want to check is whether all the setup is right or not. So I'm just going to print hello world, and then try to run and see if everything is done properly. Okay, you can do SYSO and control space, and that will give you the system.out.println, or you can type it. And I'm going to run as a Java application, and you see there's a hello world. So all our setup is good. We are using Java 18301, as you can see right there above the console. So we are good to write our Selenium test. Okay. For that, we need a so now we need a WebDriver instance. So write WebDriver driver equal to new. Since you are using Chrome, we're gonna say Chrome driver. It's populating there, as you can see. Yeah, just do Chrome driver. If we were using Firefox, we would easily be able to say Firefox driver, and for that you would need Firefox driver, the browser as well, downloaded. For now we are using Chrome driver. Now since we have the Chrome driver downloaded, we need to tell our script where the driver is located, right? For that we need to set up a system property. We'll say system.setProperty and provide the key, and then the key for the driver basically will be a webdriver.chrome.driver, and then the value would be the location where your driver is. Okay, let's go ahead and find out the path. So this is our Chrome driver path. You can just do right click, get info, and then you can copy the path where from there, use that into your as a value, and slash Chrome driver. Do not put .exe, it will complain saying not found. So once you have the driver defined there, now we are pretty much ready to navigate to the browser. So to do that, what you will do is let's see, the path is right. Okay. Yeah, so we will say driver dot get. For now, let's use google.com. So for that, what we will do is https /www.google, yeah, not for dot, google.com. And then once you are there, once you open the browser, you always want to quit. So you will say driver.quit. But since it's going to be really fast, we want to see, so let's put thread.sleep, which is basically a sleep for not that sleep, sleeps for 4 seconds. So for that you will be always in milliseconds, so we'll say 4000. Since I already have this interrupted exception in there, this is not complaining, but for you it might complain. Just to add throw declarations there and you'll be fine. Now we are ready to run our first Selenium script. Okay, let's see how this goes. So right click, run as Java application. Yeah, so this is what you will see if you are running in Chrome. I mean, if you are running in Mac. So it says Chrome driver cannot be opened as it is developer cannot be verified, right? If you see this error, this is basically because your Mac cannot trust the Chrome driver that you're trying to open. So for that, you need to make it basically a verified file. So what you can do is open a terminal and run this command. Basically, I got this off of the web. It's the exact same issue we're talking about here. All it's doing is adding our file into the Apple quarantines. Okay, so that's what, or basically removing the quarantine for the Chrome driver binary. Okay, and you need to provide the path where your binaries are, the Chrome driver binary is. Okay, so once you do that, run it. And then go back to Eclipse and try to run your test one more time. Voila, there you go. Your browser opened, there's google.com, and it closed. So this is the end of basically the tutorial of writing the first Selenium script. Uh, but if you want to do more with this, right, so you might want to do some kind of search on google.com and see the result, right? Uh, there it get more interesting. So this is a bonus. So you know, if you want to stick here and read, I mean watch, you are free to do so. What I'm going to do here is basically we went to the google.com, right click on the input field and then say inspect, right? Once you do the inspect, you can even do the same thing with this arrow up here and point it to wherever, whichever element you need, and that's the one that's highlighted there. So that's the input field. You always want to try to find an ID, um, but in some cases, if you cannot find an ID, we can use name or combination of different things, write an XPath. I have a separate video on how to write an XPath to find an element. I'll put that in the description below. Here I am writing an XPath. You can do Command F and then it'll pop up this field. I'm using a name, so $/input name equal to Q. Just take that and then go back to your Eclipse. We don't need to wait anymore. We just say driver dot find element by dot XPath, and inside double quote paste what you got. So you see, and then dot, first you want to clear that field because it's an input field, and then in the same element you want to write something, right? You write something, you want to say dot send keys. So in this case, let's search for Selenium, right? Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium WebDriver is something that we want to search, right? And everything in Java you have to end up with semicolon there. Once we send the WebDriver, we want to hit enter, right? So let's say submit basically. You can what you can do is you can just, in Google we know that we can write something and hit enter, right? So here if you go, I say Selenium Hub, and I just hit enter, it produces the result, right? So same way, if we have to if you have to go back to the script, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the same element where we are, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna send keys dot enter, okay, just like what a human being would do. Okay, and what it does is to search for Selenium WebDriver and then pop the result up. Now let's wait, right? So what we'll say is trade dot sleep for 4,000, right? That's 4 seconds, and then we'll quit the browser. So what we are doing here is basically we are navigating to the browser, navigate to the URL, clear and search, all right, and then submit, and then wait to view the result, right? So we wait for 4 seconds and that's it, right? So let's save this, okay, and then run it. See, it searched for Selenium WebDriver, and then here's our result, right? And it closed, and that's it, right? Pretty simple. We wrote first Selenium test for google.com, made some search, saw the result. You can verify. There are lots of other things that you can do on the page once you get the result out there. But yeah, this is pretty exciting for the first Selenium test. You can use a different framework like JUnit or TestNG to perform your test automation, or any other automated task that you want to do on the web browser. Please feel free to leave me comments on what you think about this video, and any other videos that you guys want to see on this topic. I'm more than happy to create other content. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you find this helpful. Thank you so much.